Alrighty then, now we had 3 races in F1 2026. I thought I'd make as realistic mod as I possibly can on the F1 game. Now you may recall I did this before. I made a mod which I thought was going to be realistic. I think it was somewhat realistic, but there was a certain few key bits that were just a little bit off. In particular, the drag levels were way too high on the mod I did before. Also, I didn't adjust the tyre grip at all, or the wheelbase, and a couple of the minor bits as well. So I've honed it, and I haven't actually tried it on wheel yet. I've just been trying to controller just to see if the numbers are about right and if it actually runs. And I'm hoping it's going to be quite realistic as we get in the F1 game anyway. Let's see. Hello, buddy. Welcome in. Hope you're all good. Hey, Mayday. Hey, Tim. Hey, Declan. Hey, Matteo. Hey, Chris. Hey, BR Mac. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're all good. Thoughts on the GPU news? Yeah, Max Verstappen's engineer leaving seems big-ish, but it's not that big. I don't know. It's not a big a deal. Hey, Frozen Rich and David. Welcome in, guys. My chat doesn't willingly show YouTube, and it just suddenly just fill the whole chat with it. It's really weird. Yeah, see, that's not over here either. Look, YouTube's just not there because I use the same one to view even though there's 2 chats on YouTube. But in a minute, they'll just suddenly appear. Stupid. Anyway, right. So before we get into it, let me tell you what I've done. I've reduced the weight by 30 kilos. I've reduced the grip of the tyres by 3%. I've reduced the wheel span by 20 centimetres, which hopefully make it feel a bit more agile. I've reduced the downforce by 30%. I've reduced the wing drag by 55%. So basically I'm simulating both having corner mode and straight mode enabled at the same time because physics aren't real in the F1 game. I've also disabled DRS. Obviously, it doesn't really work that way anymore. I've increased the engine braking to hopefully give us some somewhat realistic ERS. You'll see that in a minute. And I've basically just made the ERS realistic. In terms of like the power numbers and stuff like that, the battery size, all that stuff, you can get that absolutely bang on the game because it's just straight up maths. Right, let's drive the car. There you go. YouTube's there now, look. There you go. Eventually it was there. Hey Jingle, hey Slayways, hey David, hey Conker, welcome in, guys. Right, let's get on with this, guys. Let's get on with this. Probably be a shorter stream tonight, to be honest. I'll have maybe an hour or so, probably not too much longer. All right. Let's do a new Grand Prix. So, I'm going to hop in. I'm going to go on China, because China was like a relatively easy circuit for power, right? Then we'll do Australia after that. We're going to go to the McLaren with equal cars on, because I've only modified the one car. Yep, equal cars are on. Cool. Obviously, we're on 110 AI. I do want to practice. That's mainly where we're going to test it. We'll run a quali. And then we'll do a final race. No way that. Don't worry about that. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm really interested because there's quite a lot of changes, particularly at the wheel span. And you'll notice that visually, because I've not modified the camera, so you'll notice that visually it's quite short. You can see that the wheels are close to the camera. It's a bit wild. Hold on, let me just turn my lights.
Hello and welcome to Free Practice 1 from Shanghai International Circuit here in China. It's an imposing grandstand structure, tarmac that presents all sorts of challenges in these cooler temperatures.
All right,
crucial data
let's do this. Hopefully that will
gathered,
come on at some point behind me.
and unique
Okay, give me a quick radio.
All right,
check,
so I'm not going to run a
radio
setup
check.
here because I'm fundamentally, I'm basically running different handling here, so like the setups probably just won't work. So we're just going to go out and just get a feel for it. Alright, so the first thing I noticed in real life is that with straight mode activated at China, they're reaching around about 300 kilometers an hour, something in that region, without any battery, or with burning battery and then switching off. So if we get, oh god, we're too quick. So this is basically what they were doing in real life. And look, we're sitting at about 300k, right? So the drag and engine power, again, in theory, the engine power should be right. So the drag and engine power combo is about right, I think. Something in that region, which is something I had massively off before. I think my VMAX there in my previous mod was about 280 or something. So the drag was way too high when I did it previously. So other than that, ERS. Now we aren't able to run the same rules that they do in the same systems they do in real life. So what I'm going to do, you see here it's not charging. If I lift half, it's charging very nicely. That's super clipping, right? That's what I have to do. If I just lift the throttle by half, we've still got the combustion engine working away, but we're going to be harvesting. Now, it's not perfect. It's not going to be exactly the same as real life, but, you know, I did actually try. You know that you get the ERS modes down here. I did try entering negative values for those, hoping that it would then be a proper super clip, but it just doesn't. So we're just going to do that super clip. That's all we're going to do. And then lifting and coasting is going to be similar, and then braking is also going to be similar. So it's not perfect, but hopefully we can get a good feel for it. Here we go. And I've also increased the... Oh, that's not all good. I've also increased the engine braking. Right, now let's see. I feel like having reduced the... oh my word, yeah, it's very slidey. Having reduced the tyre grip could be a bit much. But let me turn on my overlay so you can see the super clipping that I'm doing effectively. Now I'm hoping that these lap times are vaguely near the real ones. They're not going to be bang on, obviously, but... I mean, it definitely feels a bit more agile. The car's a bit more... Whoa! Okay! Oopsie. Combination of reduced downforce, reduced tyre grip, and lots of power with overtake mode enabled. That doesn't normally happen. Okay, I think we need to nerf the brakes a little bit. I think they're a bit too powerful for the grip we've got here. That's what we do want to do instead of that is put the medium ERS on or something through the corners. That might be a more realistic way to harvest, maybe. Maybe, not too sure. Okay, we got to turn the brakes down a little bit. We can do that in the car setup. Oh my understeer McGee. Okay, well, I think they were flat through there in real life, so maybe that's not a bit off. We are on hards, though, on quite a green track here. Obviously, burn the battery super quickly. Ramp it down, and then lift to recharge, so super clip a little bit. Oh my god, okay. Let's go to the garage and sort the brakes out, because we're just locking up everywhere here. We need to... I haven't got my thingy. Who is it? It's Fabio! Hey, Fabio, welcome in. Good time. We've already just started our stream. Thank you very much so much for the raid, Fabio. Really do appreciate it. There you go. We'll get the background. Has Fabio got a colour? Has Fabio got a colour he uses? I can't recall. I don't think Fabio's got a brand colour, has he? Uncrade. Very good, very good. Well, Crade, well, as you can see here, we're testing this mod that I made today of this 2026 regulations. You can already see how quick the battery's going down there. And in order to super clip, we basically have to lift the throttle. We're still locking up. That's madness. Maybe it could be one of the many things. I've reduced the tyre grip and I've reduced the wheel span. I think those things might be combining. Can you see visually that the wheels are closer to us? Oh my god, I feel like reducing the wheel span has actually kind of broken the handling a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Obviously, I'm not a full-on handling designer, so I can't make it like perfect. I'm not going to sit here tweaking the numbers all day, so I do feel like maybe the I do feel like maybe the wheel span has broken the handling a little bit. It's drivable. It's not too bad. They were super clipping through here, weren't they, in real life? Okay, that seems somewhat realistic to me. I feel like we've got a bit too little grip, though, to be honest. Again, it is a green track. I feel like we've not got enough grip here. This isn't what I recall seeing in real life. We're also nowhere near the charge limit. Nowhere near the charge limit. And despite the fact that China was one they could easily reach the charge limit, so something's not quite right. Okay, we'll flat through that time. Interesting. It is a bit visible. I don't know if the DRS doesn't do anything. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. We're a little way below the charge limit, but it's not a million miles off the charge limit. So if you look below the battery charge there, the red circle is going to fill up here into turn 1. In first gear as well. See if we can get that red bar mostly filled up this time. Oh my god. Thing is, they weren't recharging that much. They weren't having to superclip that much at China, were they? This is one they did do a big superclip through. Lewis. Something's definitely off. Something's definitely off. I mean, it's all off, to be honest. The handle, if it was a little bit janky, and we're not able to harvest enough. I've done a little clerk here, burnt too much battery. Yeah, that red circle's still nowhere near full, so we need to be able to harvest more than we are then. Something's a bit off. I think if we were at a track that's hard to harvest, this would make sense, but as China, they barely had to superclip at all. Yeah, still a way off. We'll do one more lap. 1 minute 40.0. What are we doing in real life, chat? What was pole? We are in practice here on hards, but what was pole? I think we'll have another go at this mod. We'll tweak some values here because this is not quite right. I want to say poles are 32. Have I made that up? Low gear fetish. I do have a low gear fetish. Oh yeah, give me the super clip. Give me the super clip, baby. On 32.0, okay. Yeah, I think the grip's too low here. Grip's too low. Right, that was a lot of super clipping. And we're still nowhere near. So, okay, something's a bit off. We're doing 40.4. All right, let's have another go. I think we need to increase the grip and increase the harvesting. And then go from there, I reckon. Just give me a sec here, chat, and see if we can improve that. Because it's not... I feel like it's not a million miles off. I feel like it's not a million miles off. Let's see. Right. So, we're going to increase the... tire grip again. I feel like that's breaking things a little bit, the reduced tire grip. So we're going to put that back to default. Find it. Here we go. So it's only, we reduced it by 3%, but it was definitely a pretty big effect. So we'll put that back up to full. And then so ERS recharge. Let me just try this. So I had triple, sorry, the amount of power, the amount of recharge power there. Sorry, I had triple compared to 2025. I'm gonna do quadruple. See if that's enough. Let's see if that's enough. I don't want to go crazy with it. Okay, let's apply it to the game. Right, let's give it a go. So, more tire grip. I do feel like I think the wheelbase is like broken something a little bit within the game. Not broken it, but like the game's obviously tuned to work with certain variables. When you suddenly change something quite fundamental like the wheelbase, it's just thrown everything off, I think. I have made the mod, yeah. In short, quality of 30 is easy doable. What, with the normal 2025? Yeah, so that sounds about right. We should be a couple of seconds slower. I mean, obviously, because we're running straight mode and corner mode all the time, theoretically, we should have a small advantage over real life because we're always in corner mode. Sorry, always in corner mode and always in straight mode. So the little straights where in real life they don't run straight mode, we're basically running straight mode, right? So theoretically, we should have a small advantage over them. Theoretically. What did I change? I changed, yeah. So for those just joining, I reduced the car weight by 30 kilos, as in real life. I did reduce the tire grip by 3%, but I've just undone that. I reduced the wheel span by 20 centimeters, as in real life. I reduced the downforce by 30%. I've reduced the drag by the wing drag, not the body drag, by 55%. I've disabled DRS. I've increased the engine braking to simulate some sort of harvesting, and I've basically made the ERS realistic. So I've made the battery size, which is actually the same. Obviously the harvesting was a bit off, but the deployment should be bang on. And obviously there's certain things we can't do, like the overtake mode, right, where you're within a second of the car in front. I can't do that. It's not possible. And things like super clipping, although I'm lifting to super clip, it's not quite the same. It's just not. But to be honest, I think considering, I'm just changing some numbers here and I can't actually mod the game, that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Like how it terms like super clipping and stuff. Super clipping, I'm basically lifting the throttle by half.
Hello, and
so it's not the same,
Okay,
but I'm putting some
check.
of the engine power into the battery instead, basically. So it's a bit of a weird way of doing it. Right, let's just try it. I wonder if that 3% tire grip was a lot more than I realised. So again, the power, the combustion power and the drag levels are about right, because look, if we get up to 300, oh, way too much. If we get up to 300k here, the real life cars were without any ERS deployment, naturally going down to about 300k. So that is about right. Okay. All right. Okay, it feels a lot better. It's still a little bit over rotatey. It feels a lot better now with the increased tire grip. Oh yeah, give me the revs. And if the harvesting still isn't right, it may just be that super clipping just isn't doing its thing, but obviously we haven't got official super clipping, that's why. I mean, it sounds about right, doesn't it? With like how laboured the engine is. Oh, spun that. Oh! Just there.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both
still nowhere near the harvest limit, though.
Window.
Something's a bit off with the harvesting.
Fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Still not really anywhere near the harvest limit. 38.4, so a couple of seconds quicker than before. That's a bit annoying, that. I don't want to make best out of it too much on stream. Mainly just want to drive, but I think all I can do is increase the engine braking, which I will do, but it will make the car harder to drive. But I think I need to do it a little bit to get a bit, because it's quite far off at the moment, I feel like, and that's obviously a pretty important element to get right. So I'll increase it a bit, but it's going to make it a lot harder to drive. When I can find it, I will. Here we go, engine braking. I've currently got quadruple the amount of engine braking compared to the F1 compared to 2025. Lower the harvest limit. No, because the harvest limit is correct. The harvest, again, that's just straight maths. The harvest limit should be right. The problem is the more you do, the worse it feels to drive. I'm going to increase it by 25%. We're going to increase it by 25% and hope that that's both still drivable and gives us just enough harvesting that it's somewhere near real life, because yeah, it's just a little bit far off right now. But anyway, I think we'll roll with this no matter what, because unless it's horrendously undrivable. See, does the car feel better than the base cars? No, it's not going to, because obviously, you know, they'll input these. So basically, the way they'll make the 2025 car, 2026 cars in the 25 game, because it's going to be a DLC, they'll basically do what I've just done here. They'll input the numbers. They'll make some other tweaks.
Subscribed on Twitch.
Who was that? I haven't got Twitch. Yeah. Gonzo, thank you for the tier 1 sub, 30 months subscribed. Yeah, so they'll put in the numbers that I've put in there, the wheelbases and the tyres and things like that, and the downforce reduction and all that sort of thing. Then obviously have to add the straight mode and stuff. They'll also have to add, probably, well, they don't have to. I think they will add some sort of super clip mode. I think, you know, where we've got the ERS modes right now, we've got overtake, hot lap, medium, and none. I think they'll add a 5th one, if they can, that's called super clipping or harvesting. And it'll basically just turn the 250 kilowatts of super clipping they do in real life on. I think they should be able to do that relatively simply. That's what I'd like to see. And then obviously once they've done all that, which is almost what I've done, barring the couple of kind of fundamental tweaks there, they'll then make the car feel nice. So, you know, things like changing the wheelbase changes everything with the car, real fundamental change. They'll change, I don't know, like niche suspension settings and things like that, like, you know, weight distributions, and like I haven't changed any of that. All I've done is just squeeze the tyres in. So there's a lot more to tweak. But yeah, we'll give this a go, see if it's somewhere near the charge limit, then we'll do a quali lap and we'll go from there. Haven't changed the steering, just brought the wheelbase in. We better test my mod. It's a bit dodgy, like, because it's obviously their game files. It's a bit dodgy kind of distributing it. I don't know.
Okay, give
Go for open lobbies with super clipping. Amazing. Right. Let's go then. Hopefully this feels a bit better. We'll see. Hopefully the straight line stuff is manual. I think it will be. It is in real life. But again, here, look. That'll naturally sort of drag down to about 300k, which is the same as real life. Right. Come on. Be more realistic, please. I beg. A little big super clip there. In first gear, mind. I feel like this is a bit more extreme they had in real life now, though. They weren't never braking for any of those corners. Don't nowhere near that recharge limit, harvest limit. Potentially I'm running a slightly higher harvest limit than they did in real life. I think I'm running the max harvest limit, which I don't think they did in real life, so I can actually probably decrease it a little bit to make it more realistic, to be fair. It's definitely less drivable with this engine braking, but it's okay. You're nowhere near it, really. Still nowhere near it. Interesting. 38.9. Very interesting. Don't forget to hide the stream when you start super clipping. Yeah, good idea. I mean, as I said, we are actually a little bit off. Right, I tell you what, I'll try one more time because we are. Oh, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm here still. We are still a little bit off. But I have actually got I've just realised I have actually got the harvest limit on a little bit higher than they actually run in real life. I basically got the harvest limit set to the max they ever run in real life, which just isn't what they normally run. So let me drop that down to there. I might decrease the engine braking a little bit again because it didn't actually seem to make much difference, did it? It just made the car feel worse. So, yeah. Put the engine braking back to what it was. But like it definitely felt better with less engine braking. Yeah, I'm really surprised that it's not harvesting as much. I tried turning another figure up. I don't think it'll work, but harvest limit. Right, that'll do. That'll do. All right. Let's give it a go. It'll be the final change, I think, because in the menus the whole time. So I've decreased the engine brake a little bit to make it a bit more drivable because it was bordering on undrivable there. I've, in theory, increased the amount of power that the MGK can have on the brakes, but in reality, I'm not so sure about that. And nothing. Someone else? I feel like it was someone else. There's someone else? I made that up. Maybe that was it. Oh, harvest limit. We decreased the harvest limit, of course. I've got SRP, Moser SRP pedals. Will you do Nürburgring 24-hour racing? I'm just not like committed enough. You need a proper team to do that kind of stuff. And like the teams I always do just absolutely cheese it, which is kind of fun in its own way. But I don't know. You need a lot of commitment for that. I like these pedals. Yeah, I think they're really good.
Thank you guys so much for all your hard work.
I hate the fact they put Super 4 clipping, trying to make it out like it's a good thing. I don't think that's why it's called that. That's not. They're not trying to put a positive spin on it. It's derived from the previous era. You called it clipping when you ran out of battery, basically. And then now they call it super clipping because it's much more strong. That's all it is. It's not some big conspiracy. Right, one more lap in practice, then we'll carry on with quali unless it's undrivable. Call it bad clipping. I mean, extreme clipping might be a more fair term, maybe. All right. So hopefully I can get them maybe into the 37s now. Got a bit more charge to deploy in theory. Be back. Hello. There it is. Right, here we go. Wait, are we not harvesting in first gear? That'd be part of it. No, we're not harvesting in first gear. Okay, so don't go into first. That's part of it. Still not able to harvest as much. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll have to do. Alright, there you go. What's the 37s? Right, let's go to quali. Let's go to quali. And see what we can do. So 32-0 was real life. Let's get some softs on. Let's get the quali grip in. Let's see what's what. I think it feels alright. I feel like it feels alright.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye.
All things considered.
Practice is over.
Okay,
However,
AI doing
we'll be
33s, but
back
I don't know how realistic that is. That might just be simulated, so not at all what they actually would have done with this handling. We'll see. All right. Look how much I lost to AI, but let's see if we make it up by having more battery power. See if they run out. I don't really quite have enough front grip, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Look at us getting on this AI. Look at this. Neat. Wow, we ended up taking pole despite how far back we was. That's crazy.
Okay, good job,
That's
mate.
crazy.
Really well done. That was
Okay,
a fantastic
35.8. We're a long way off. I feel like the
Brilliant.
grip is just too low.
Let's go finish.
There's something about the grip that just doesn't look like what it seems in real life, but it could just be like the engine power and stuff. Like, who knows? A couple of seconds off the real life times. That's not right at all. But I feel like, I don't know.
Make sure you join us then.
I don't know. We got too little tyre grip or something? Wait, I had 11 laps of fuel? Did I? It was smash pole though. I mean, that would have given us maybe, I don't know what, a second or something, but a little way off. Tell you what, let's go one more time. Let's go one more time. Oh yeah, 20 kilos. Yeah, one more time. It's mad how much better the car rotates with the shorter wheelbase. Oh, good corner. Should batter the AI down this straight now. I think it's partly because I'm not able to reach the charge limit. Okay, still in 35. It's 35.5. We're 3 seconds off.
Very nicely done.
It's definitely partly the charge limit, but that's hard. That's a hard one to fix.
So I'll not burst your eardrums.
Tell you what, let's have one more go. Let's have one more go at getting this handling right. One last go. Just because I really feel like it's just too far off. It's just a bit too far off. So, what we're going to do, I think we're going to increase the downforce a little bit, maybe. Or has our changes made too much difference to the tyre grip? I don't know. Alright, so. The weight should be right in theory. The grip, we could increase the tyre grip a little bit. Maybe. Don't know how much difference the wheelbase is making. The wheel base. I'm wondering if we've decreased downforce too much. I feel like they don't actually look excessively down on downforce in real life. Do you reckon? Drag, I think, is about right. Alright, let me increase the downforce a little bit. Felt like that was a bit too low. And then we got to get more harvesting somehow. Engine braking the only way to do it? I could just increase the harvesting efficiency, because it could just be like, look, obviously we're basing this on the F1 game numbers. They're probably just wrong. They're probably just off. If I increase the harvesting efficiency of the MGUK, that would just give me some more for free. I feel like that's the way to do it. So what do we need? Probably an extra sort of 10, maybe a bit more than 10%. Go to like 0.1 from 0.95. Is that too high? The thing is, they weren't super clipping much at China. We're having to super clip a lot and still not making it. Let's try 1.1. Let's try that. All right. Cool. Yeah, let's give it a go. So, bit more front downforce and a bit better harvesting. Should be better, I reckon. I mean, it would be faster because it's not like real life. There's no trade-offs. It's not like having more front downforce. We've got less drag, or more drag rather. That's not how it works. And we've literally just increased the efficiency of the MGUK. So, like, in theory, it should just be better. There should be no drawbacks at all. Need less drag. The drag is about right, I'm pretty sure. The drag and engine power are about right, along with the deployment. I'm pretty sure all that is right. It's just the harvesting's a bit off, and it must be the corner grip. It almost feels like the tyres, though, but again, that could just be the wheelbase. It's hard to know. Really hard to know. Active aero, yes, but we've got permanent active aero. We got. Oh, game just crashed. We got permanent permanent straight line mode and permanent corner mode, because physics don't apply in the game, right? So we literally got them both going all at the same time. So yeah, no MGUH. Yeah, I've disabled that. Yeah, I've disabled that. The ERS, in theory, other than the harvesting side, because obviously we can't have super clipping, that kind of thing. In theory, the ERS system is spot on. It's perfectly accurate in theory, but it is a theory. Game to launch. So slow to launch. I'm really interested to see what EA do with the 2026 cars, because like I think if we were going like 24 to 25, you can easily see how they could do a DLC and just tweak the handling, and it's like very similar cars, right? But it's wild that they've done a DLC on such a big handling change. It would have made more sense, I think, to do this big new game they're doing in 27 in 26 to match up with the rules. But yeah, use an arrow grip mod. So I'm really interested to see what they do. I hope they do it justice. Just make it somewhat realistic. You know, if they just don't do the active aero or something, or you know what I mean, like something big. But I just think they've got to. Who win the next 3 seasons in Creator Series? Oh my word. I think I might be able to win 1. It depends how much I attend. If I can attend a full season, I think I'll win 1. I just don't think people like Karim. I think Razin, if he attends all, he can win it. Karim just bottles too much these days. He's very good on his day, but just bottles too much. I think it's always safe to assume Ben will win another one. But then again, Ben does attend every single race and he doesn't win, so something's off there. I'm not sure Lolly will win another one. I don't know. He's pretty decent. Again, just attends every race, which helps a lot. He's pretty decent. We'll see. All right, let's do it. See you back. Hello. Getting that wrong. It's my extreme engine braking I've got. Oh, it's definitely a bit quicker. A little bit quicker. Still not going to recharge fully. Harvest fully. We're still super clipping more than real life, so I still think we need to turn up a little bit more, but... .33.7, that's definitely closer. Definitely closer, and I think give ourselves a bit more battery. I think we'll be closer again. I think that's not bad now.
Well, that was unexpected.
I think that's not bad now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think potentially the tyre grip is still a little bit too low.
Pole position, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
And
Goodbye for now,
the
then,
harvesting
but
is still
really,
clearly a
we're
little bit
just
too
getting
low.
started. Make sure to
It's
join us
not a
again
million
for
miles off now, though.
Lights Out tomorrow.
Not a million miles off now. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. It's just now it's getting to the point that it's close. It's like, right, is this close? I'm actually going to increase the tyre grip a little bit, 1%. I'm going to increase the efficiency harvest. I don't even know if it's doing anything because I felt like I didn't recover that much more ERS there, despite increasing the harvesting efficiency by quite a lot. Go up to like 1.3 or something with that. There you go. That'll do, I think. Slightly more tyre grip and more ERS. Tiny bit more ERS. If this helps. Now I reckon we're pretty close then. I mean, we're already fairly close. I reckon we're very close with this. All right. We'll make Creamer Series, very tactical new battery. Creamer Series, what a typo. Yeah, it's true. The next season's on Creator Series will be on the new gamer course, and it is going to be a lot more tactical. I think the sort of smarter players, the players that are a bit more tactical, maybe, I think will come to the fore more. I think it might benefit me a little bit. Who do we think is quite a smart driver? I think it could benefit Tom97 a bit more. Who else do you think? Who's quite a smart Creator Series driver? We're going to Aston Martin car have a max force feedback and make it vibrate. Yeah, true, that would. Trying to pull your pants down battery. GB? Is GB good with battery? I feel like, yeah. I think you might be right. I think GB's pretty good with battery. And like strategy as well. Anything like that. Just general, someone you consider a smart... I don't mean racecraft. Take out racecraft, but like with smart racer, tend to make the right decisions on strategy, tend to be good with the ERS, tend to be able to, you know, save their tires when they need to, all these kinds of things. Yeah, I think Ben will be good. GB and Tom97, they sound like fair people. Matt 2 and 2? I've genuinely got no idea. I'll take your word for that. Jake's going to be phenomenal on the battery. Oh, yeah. Jake's always on 0% battery, so he's got absolutely no chance. Oh, amazing. Vince? I feel like when I've seen a board of Vince, he's not amazing at like efficient battery use. He'll burn a bit more than he needs to be honest. But that's not to say that he won't be incredible at it. Right, here we go. This will do. Whatever this does, we'll roll with this and do a little race, see what happens, and we'll try some other tracks as well. So I'm looking for a bit more harvesting. And I should have a little bit more tire grip as well. Just a little bit, 1%. It's not much. Stop breaking zone 8 there, Alex. Actually got away with that one. That 1% extra tire grip helped me there. A weird way to drive those corners, but that is how they drive it in real life. So we're still away off this harvest limit. I don't know if there's something I'm missing. Not the greatest corner I've ever done in my life. Oh my god. Still need more charge efficiency. 33-1. That's not bad now. That's not bad, especially considering that we know we're a little bit off on charge. We're at about a second off. We're about a second off pole. We're also a bit short on the charge as well. So if I can increase that a bit more again, which I'm not going to do right now, but if I could increase that a bit more, that would that'd be about right, I think. All right, let's do a little 5-lap race and see how the AI handle this. Don't show the super clipping. Yeah, someone said that earlier. I should hide it as soon as it starts super clipping. Bogging down in sector 2. Well, that was me super clipping, Ben, by lifting. That is what they did in real life. They super clipped all the way through there. All right, let's do this. How the hell are AI going to handle this? Let's find out. Good launch for that AI. Oh my god. Well, we know they just sit in their lines still. That's not changed. Oh my god, their exits. How the hell are they putting that much power down? Traction control for you. Oh my god. Okay, don't know if I do. We charge too much. Obviously, I'm doing the super clipping strat. They're not, on my word. Okay, I'll go run out of battery then. I'm literally fully charged. Are they going to run out? Let's see. No, not too badly. No, they're not. They're not running out at all. Okay. Oh. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we
DRS is now
go.
available.
Only one though. Okay, okay. Now we're
Brilliant,
talking.
Nice move. Keep going.
Oh my god. Please throw more. They're burning it now, look. I've lost loads there, but also been able to recharge a lot. See if it pays you back. This is basically like the dumb strat versus the smart strat in theory. Goodbye! 1.6 seconds back for the cars in front. I'm not going to make that up. Okay. I have wondered for a while though whether the AI have some sort of artificial advantage over the player on ERS. I feel like we're doing all this super clipping. If they're still doing better than me, then something's not right. So DRS is visually open, but it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, then using none down this straight.
Keep this up. Well done.
That's interesting. So they just do different deployment strategy then. Overall, I made up 2 positions. It just varied wildly throughout the lap. No, no, no. Yuki, bad. Oh, that's... You see how agile that car was there with a short wheelbase? It's a big super clip. Why you hit me, bro? Oh my god. It's so interesting. It's like full-on yo-yo. It's similar to real life, isn't it? It's full-on yo-yoing. Alright, have they still got battery? Let's see. Adam Sandler's the hero of the race first half lap? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so they're not short on battery down this straight. I think just because I'm super clipping, I've got a bit more battery than them. So in particular on this next start for this straight. Oh. Rex is terrible from that. And here they just don't use any for some reason. I just absolutely fly past them. We don't see that actually in real life purely because the drivers will never burn none at the start of the straight. Even if they used it all on the previous straight, they're always able to harvest a little bit in that braking zone. So they would never have none on corner exit ever, on really any corner. Right, to P5 then. I honestly think if it's anything like this, this DLC could be amazing. Because this is great fun. People have literally said it's like a game. Well, that's surely a good thing for the game then, isn't it? Try and go for a bit of a recharge. A bit more of a recharge, would you believe? Now I'm relatively on my own. Mind you, we've only got one start finish straight left, haven't we?
And gap to the car in front, 2.1 seconds.
So interesting. This is so interesting. I like it. It's like real life. It's like real life if all of your rivals were a bit dumb. I think what's going on is the super clipping is not powerful enough for some reason. I think that's what's going on. Super clipping is barely doing anything. That's why we're not recharging. We're also now recharging too much on the brakes. Right, we're too far back. Fastest lap. Just got Franco. Right, well, let's see what else we can do then. On track, because I'm going to try and fully recharge the battery before the start finish straight. Yeah, what we're missing is super clipping, which I don't think I can do any better than I've done it here. The super clipping is not doing much. Not doing enough anyway. That's too much. Not having it. That was slow though. Wasn't able to fully recharge the battery, nowhere near it. So is there any way we can make the super clipping better? Because it's just that's what's going on. I'm lifting to get the super clipping, but it's just it's cost me a lot of time while not actually giving me that much battery. You can send that by Franco to vet. Like I said, I did try negative power levels of the ERS mode, but that didn't work. Do you want to help me? Oh, it's not about helping me, it's about trying to get this mod right. A bit more battery than Franco, but see, not much more considering the amount of super clipping we did. I should be gaining mad amounts. Can we get into the line? Nah, they got a bit of battery to the line. Oh, okay. No, I will go to the line. That's unbelievable.
I still get the points after yesterday, so
Super clipping, super clipping, super clipping. Ideally, you want to have the engine output at 100% power while the battery's recharging. I just don't think it's possible. The lifting thing is all I can do.
Such a talented, such a raw driver in many ways. I love watching him drive. He's always...
We had drama.
Thing is, I don't know if they'll implement super clipping in the mod anyway.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One.
Interesting. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to just try another track. We'll try Australia, which you know is really hard for ERS recharging. We know that I've got too much on the brakes and not enough on super clipping. I just don't think there's anything I can do. The limits of the game, the limits of a mod. Anything I could try increasing. There's a thing called max brake torque MGUK, but I don't think that's actually going to increase the harvesting power. I think it's just going to increase the torque. I don't really think there's any way to do it. Or at least to be studied. Well, I think if I stopped super clipping, I think I'd have been alright there. Unless what if I just tap the brakes? Ooh, what if I just tap the brakes? Hang on, let me try again, chat. I'm just gonna go back into China purely because that's you know where we're at with China now. I'm just gonna do one quick qualifying lap to see what happens if I tap the brakes. Yeah, I'll give Monza stuff a go. We just need to get to the point where we've got vaguely right harvesting and stuff. The brakes might do it. Maybe. I think it is. I think that's working. Let's try that again. But instead of lifting the throttle, I'm going to hold the brakes now. Let's see. I forgot. Gotta reprogram. Even though I've only just programmed my brain to the previous method of super clipping. I've got to program my brains to a new one. I'm just trying to figure out a way to trick the game basically into super clipping. Definitely need more rearward brake bias, but that seems to be better. I'm thinking we're further off the car in front. Miles over the cars in front by doing this though. Don't even necessarily know if we're any closer to our recharge limit unless we gain loads down this straight. We've got more battery, I think. Just can't use it all. Yeah, look how much battery we got. Okay, so that worked. I was right. That was a bit better for recharge. We ended up slower. Let me try it one more time. Interesting. Okay, rental carts.
With qualifying
Same went karting
all
then.
that remains now is the
Let's try this one more time. So, little super clip in tail one. I'm going to try and drive normally now. So I'm only going to try that throttle brake dragging when I want a super clip, so just for the braking zone. Other than that, I'm going to try and drive normally. Miles back again. We've got so much battery. Is it artificially topping out at 340 as well? It should. I've actually got too much battery on that back straight as part of it now, because I'm harvesting so much, I'm actually not deploying enough. Well, we do get pole again. 33.2. Yeah, I mean, I think with a bit more optimization, I think that was about right now. So the braking is the way to super clip. I think that's what we just discovered.
goodbye for
Should
now.
we do another
then,
race
but
at China?
really, we're just getting started.
Go on then. I want to do another race at China. I want to see. Real life lap times are 32.0. I was trying to see how close I get to that. And I think with a bit more optimization and quality, I think I could have got there. I'm on pole, aren't I? For God's sake. Up to the back. Right. Beep beep AI. So bad. Our newfound super clipping helps us out. Oh. Fully charged now. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're fully charged. It's definitely giving us more charge, no doubt about that. Very cautious on the exit for some reason. Some of that, buddy.
DRS now enabled. DRS
Well, we get
enabled.
Stroll, but this doesn't work in 25 because you hit the harvest limit too early. Oh my god. That was so close. I obviously haven't programmed the 2026 car performances, hence that's the banner up here. I've just changed the handling, the same for everybody. Okay. I'm still going to get too much through there, I think, because again, I'm going to be fully charged in a sec. I do still think we're recharging a bit too quickly compared to real life, but it's overall meaning we're about right, I think, so. I like it. It's super tactical. Like when you're just, I think it's gonna be a really fun game if they implement it like this. So when you're just in front of another car, like that, you can then just shoot a super clip a lot. Here, like, I'm gonna super clip just to get past Londo. Now I'm gonna super clip like mad. Oh, but still retain ahead of him, which I'm going to do just about. It's gonna be so tactical. Look, I like the 2026 regs personally. I think it's gonna be great for the game though, regardless. Look at that, look at me super clipping just enough. But a bit more here, just so I can super clip a bit less. Oh, monster move through that corner. I think this is pretty realistic now. Like, the most unrealistic thing now is how the AI is driving it. I think it's pretty good now. Safe, so I think we'll start finish straight because I think I'll be able to monster in there. Big super clip. My word. Ah, Russell.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
Here we go. Let's see. Yep, like they're stood still.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
It's because a lot go. I'm trying to recharge as much as I can. I mean, you can see the battery charge at the bottom just flying up and flying back down again. I'm racing BSE on Friday, yeah, tomorrow. Oh, very slightly. I wish I had more battery at this point because I could get so many because they keep it switched off this whole straight. But I actually feel like this super clean method actually isn't going to gain me any more positions because I'm actually going to finish in a lower position here, I think, compared to what I did the first time. But also I started much further back. Well, I didn't. I started further forward, but after turn 1 I was further back. Oh, I'm going to try and go for here, but they also went for it. And I honestly think real life should be a bit more like this. Give the drivers a bit more control over the super clipping. Problem is it would create potentially even bigger speed differences, but I think it's quite weird that they've given the over to like machine learning algorithms. They're just so good on this exit, that's part of it. Very bunched up in front. It's too far back to do anything here. Oh my god, look at all the cars in front. Oh, can we get to the line then? Or here. He's run out, he's run out. Yes, he has, we can't get to him. See, I mean, I think this is going to be great in the game. I think it's going to be really good for the game. Right, anyway, let's try another track now. Now we know that strat is roughly like real life in terms of the recharging, super clipping stuff. Let's try Australia. We know they massively struggle for charge. That's do huge super clipping. What was pole time in Australia, guys? Can someone look it up, please?
And with that, we wrap up another week.
Why the battery wasn't harvesting in the last sector? Was it not? Should do. How does ERS deploy so smoothly for you? I tried modding the game files myself. When I increase the MGK power, it does weird things to the revs and makes it unreal. Clutch slipping is what you had. You'll increase the clutch power. Oh, God, it's 8:45. I'm enjoying this too much. Alright. Australia, here we go. Here we go. Do a one-shot quali. That has to be the same. On a great career, less so. It depends what they do with the AI. The AI could be quicker. 18.518, George Russell. Thank you very much. So if we can get a sub 20 then, but I'm not gonna sweat it this time. The reason I did the same track a lot and a lot of modding because I was trying to get it to the point where it felt like it should. I feel like we've done that now, so now we just need to test on different tracks. I should be downshifting while I'm super clipping, really. A mile back from the AI, but hopefully I've got a lot more battery. Yeah. Mental. Absolutely crazy behaviour. Goodbye! This just shows you actually why they super clip in real life.
Craig Eiley 1993 just subscribed on Twitch.
Thank you, Craig. I should now be able to fly past these guys to the line. We did actually almost manage to hit a recharge limit. We did do a lot of super clipping. Oh, we're actually not going to get pole. Okay, interesting. Interesting. AI seemed not bad at this track then.
Thank you.
That was a 19-0. There you go. Only half a second off. That's pretty good. That's
With
pretty
qualifying
good.
wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt
Not bad.
be a fantastic
You know what, let's
race.
compare the sectors. Have we got the sectors somewhere? Look. Get the sectors on the F1 website, surely, don't you? You? Don't. Well, you don't. Mad. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. Anyway, there's my sectors. If you can find them somewhere, see if they're close. Right. Let's do the race. I can't believe how close that was. That was pretty good. Bring back the V10. Right. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to purposely get a bit... I'm not going to jump off track again. I'm going to purposely get a bit of a bad start here. I'm going to do a Verstappen style start. You ready? Oh no. Bogging down, bogging down. That'll do. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a normal start, but I'm not going to use any battery. Because some people in Australia didn't have any battery off the line, did they? Let's see if this works. Not as bad as real life, wouldn't say. Maybe that'll do. Right. Oh, God. Whoa. It's definitely something a bit janky with the way I'm having to drive this, but it's what it is. I should be able to make an even bigger difference against the AI here on the straights, just like we saw in quali. It should run out pretty quickly. I'm not going to deploy everything here. I'm just going to stick with Sonoda. Bide my time. Super clipping here. Now we go. Yeah, there you go. He's run out. Let's see. Look at that. Nah, it's why they super clip. Oh my god, that was close. Goodbye.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
So interesting. Honestly, I really think it would improve it a lot if they gave the drivers more control. I should have loads more charge on the AI now. Let's see. Oh my god, almost was on the wall. Oh, I've got one Bortoletto. Much more than Antonelli actually. I thought Antonelli's been cooking up, but Stroll's struggling.
So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode.
So we both ran out there, but I super clipped. He didn't. There you go. There's the difference. There's the difference. All of it here, so if he's got anything for me in the next straight. I'll leave it switched off. Let's see what happens. One. Only two. Not too bad. I'll obviously have loads more. This is the tactics that we're seeing in real life that, in my opinion, are getting underappreciated by people. Is that you can be tactical like that. You can go, all right, I'll let you both pass. But I'm going to keep my battery, and I'm going to say goodbye to you on the next straight. It's a bit extreme, but, you know, in theory we've all got the same battery, and now I've got a second advantage over them. Madness. I kind of get people don't like it. I personally like it, but I've always quite liked tactical stuff. Right, so I'm going to drop behind all this pack behind.
Green
If we
flag.
can get them all back. Oh, that's too far, surely. Surely it's too far. Let's see. Right, 2 laps. That gap's closed up a lot though. I think the front two must have burnt a lot of battery fighting each other, and now it's closed up again. Okay, they've used all their battery. I should have loads more now. I'm going to do a big super clip there. Don't spin.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead.
I should be able to fly past at least the 3 in front on the next straight, because I've got a full charge, then I've none. Oh, they've got a bit, they've got a bit. Hold on, let's see. Oh, Stoner's got a lot. Whoa! Sure hasn't. Go for a super clip. Make sure I can power myself on the next straight. Quarter letters on a horrendous corner. Oh my god. Can we get to Antonelli? I think we can. We can get to Antonelli! That's unbelievable. And do you know what? If in real life this was possible in real life, if you had, you know, only one team that was smart, one team in driver combat that was smart, and all the rest were dumb, this was possible. And I suppose maybe we should be grateful then that the drivers don't have full control over the charge and stuff, because you genuinely might see this sort of stuff more. They've got all their battery and they've just got none. And they're too busy battling to think about super clipping, so they don't. I mean, it'd be super variable, but I think people would hate it even more, wouldn't they? Right, I'm not going to allow myself to overtake down that first straight. Let's see if we can save enough to get them on the next straight. Ah, they've really got that little. They've got none. Are they saving or something? I'm in none. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to get these two. Oh my god. Stroll. No, we can't let Stroll win. Stroll's not winning. Stroll's not winning. Oh dear, Kimmy. Come here, Stroll.
Okay, clear.
I'm against the line. I believe, chat. I believe. Trust the process. Trust the process. He's had his battery switched off though. He might actually have quite a bit. I think he's going to win. He's going to win. I should have gone for the previous straight. He's got loads! He's got loads! Didn't run out at all! Oh my god. Wow. Lance Stroll. Well, let's be grateful that algorithms are getting involved in real life, or Lance Stroll will be dominating. Be boring. The big brain. Oh, I genuinely tried. Well, I could have gone from the previous straight, but I kind of thought he'd have less battery. But you saw he had his battery switched off the whole time. His light was flashing. His battery was switched off the whole time.
Well, what
we had loads of charge when he came to the start-finish straight. Yeah, just by being human, by being a bit smarter, by employing super clipping, I'm a lot faster. So let's try somewhere like. Well, let's try somewhere like Baku. I think Baku is one of the. I think it's one of the absolute best tracks for recharging. Let me see. Here we go. Here's the chart. So, yeah, Baku is literally the best track for charging, and Italy and Saudi are some of the worst. So we'll try Baku, and then we'll try Monza, and then we'll head off. I didn't think I'd be doing this for this long. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm genuinely enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this. Right. So we'll give Baku a quick go. I'm not going to bother qualifying this time. Cars, put myself in the Ferrari this time. Qualifying, short race. Yeah, boom. So Baku should be amazing for recharge. In theory, the AI, in theory, because obviously Australia was the other extreme, right? Where I was employing smart tactics, i.e. super clipping, to make sure I had a lot more charge than AI, so I was running right on them. Baku, in theory, shouldn't really need any super clipping in real life. Now, this mod isn't perfect, so I do think we'll still benefit slightly from super clipping. But in theory, this will put me on a more level playing field with the AI. So once again, I'm going to get a bad start here. Oh, God. There he is again. Not today, Stroll. Not today. You had your fun in Australia. Well, I'm gonna employ. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That part I'm not. That part I'm not gonna do any super clipping. I'm gonna try and do smart deployment. I'm not gonna super clip. Ferrari sounds so different to other cars. Oh, sorry, you braked early, your fault. See, I'm literally fully charged now, look, without any super clipping. But obviously, I'm not fully recharged with the red bar at the bottom. Just make sure I burn a bit more before the middle sector next time. Oh my god, it's like a handbrake, this engine braking. Brake bias a bit more forward. We run all of it down this straight. There's a hard limit in this game, a 3-4-2 or something. You seem to get to that quite quickly and just stop accelerating. Okay, I'm not going to lift. I'm not going to super clip. Oh. Much batches I'd like here. The clerk hasn't got more. He hasn't. So we've already done almost a quarter of our harvest limit already. Remember, it's the red bar just below the battery charge level. This time I've deployed most of it before this sector, so I should be able to recharge now a bit better in the middle sector, but I'm going to still burn a little bit, because I think I'll be able to harvest too much. About half the deploy limit now. Harvest limit, sorry. Two-thirds. And this is without any super clipping whatsoever. Take some on the back straight, main straight, I mean. Oh my god. Okay, so I think it looks like it's going to benefit very, very slightly from super clipping. Because look, we haven't quite done it all. That red bar, but that was with 0 super clippings. That's pretty close to all things considered. We can run out of battery here, aren't we? We are. Okay, see what I mean? As soon as we don't super clip, and use that very human smart strategy, the AI suddenly are a lot more challenging. We do a tiny bit of super clipping here and there. Wait, where's my overlay gone? My throttle brake overlay. Let me get that overlay open, hold on. I don't know why it's shut. Or how long it's been shut for. Okay, got a bit of battery in Piastri here. Oh, not as much as I thought. Went for the outside. Had to send it a little bit there.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Try and get Lawson to next corner. Hopefully they don't deploy much down this straight. That's correct. Sorry, Max. Sorry. Keep going. So now I've got not as much batch as I'd like at this stage. A little bit more in the middle sector. And we do basically have to have a full charge come the start finish straight. We're going to be in big trouble. Oh my god. He said that. Right, there you go. That's a full harvest of it. Losing a lot of time in that final sector to the AI though. Race have to burn all down this straight. Surely Lawson hasn't got more than me, has he? Nah, I think we're good. Yeah, I'm struggling to take more than one overtake on this. When they're due to update the game, or is it DLC? We don't know yet.
You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Drifting everywhere. This extreme engine braking is very difficult at this track because it's a very rear limited circuit. What if I do? Cheers, Max. The other thing is the AI are quite coded to basically only deploy batch when you're alongside them, pretty much. They're quite late to react, so they'd also need a slightly different, I think, battling system potentially with this. I'd like to get Kimmy, but I'm too far back, aren't I? I'm losing too much time in this phase, but I'm trying to make sure I've got enough battery for the start finish straight. Once again, hit the harvest limit. Perfect. Alright. We need to overtake one or two. Down this straight, or we're in trouble. I haven't got the battery. The fast is just too small, the battery, no matter what I do. Free DLC, yeah, definitely free. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
I should have done a bigger super clip there, so I'll have a bit more for the next straight. We've also got in front. That's an opportunity. That's for the lead. Who's run out of battery then? Who's run out of battery? Sonoda has. Does Russell. Okay, well, there's two. Right, we know we can't get him to the line, so we've got to try and get maybe Antonelli. Same place we got the person before. Or here. Got him. Ah, see, I want to get someone else here, but I'm too far back from Norris. Make sure we've got loads of charge. I want to try and get him here. I don't think I've got enough beans to get him to the line. Okay, I'm actually going to flash that back just to give me half a chance at least. Oh my god, it's so hard to drive with the extreme rear braking combined with a rear limited circuit. Managed it messily. I'm just so good at this exit. Second back. I need a lot more charge than him, but I don't think I've got that. Right. Let's see. Nah, just haven't got enough. Not got enough. It's so interesting. As soon as you put the cars on a track where you don't have to super clip, AI are right on it. You are gaining a little bit, but not enough. There you go, P2. Pete. He hasn't won a race yet. Let's try Monza. Now, Monza's going to be the most extreme track for super clipping. That should be one where it can make a massive difference compared to the AI. Let's see. Oh my god, yeah, the ERS fault from Crimma would be brutal with this. Absolutely, multiple seconds a lap.
It's been an absolutely wild weekend.
Look, got
of
fastest
Formula
lap.
One action, and I can't
There you
wait
go. First time I haven't had fastest lap by a second. I believe it's gone 9. I thought it was going to be like a 1 hour stream. How long have I been live for? An hour and a half. I'm still doing another race yet. Enjoying it. Shh, whisper it. Whisper it. Enjoying it. Right, one more. One more. Monza. Into the Mercedes this time. The 3 car might be faster without battery power. So the F2 car does have more combustion power than F1 car these days, I believe. Could be wrong on that. I think they do have a little bit more. Obviously, the battery power. I honestly think I'm going to make a whole video on all this stuff. But I honestly feel like if they marketed this battery power this year as a boost, people would enjoy it a lot more, or would be enjoying it full stop. Right, okay, we're not going to use any battery now to turn 1 chat. Let's see what this does. Right, out of everyone's way. Oh my god, if you start Monza with no battery, you're in trouble. Luckily, we're against AI, we can just dive bomb. Oh, come on, guys, use battery, please. Why not using battery? Oh, because Aston Martin. We've got nothing left! Okay, a bit of a super clip there next to Stroll. That's the sort of things that AI is not going to be doing. All they can do is accelerate and brake, and then turn the battery on and off. They can't do this super clipping stuff that I'm doing. I should already have quite a bit more battery than them, just by the little bit of super clipping I've been doing so far. I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to wait and do some more super clipping here. I should have loads more than them, but I'm still going to wait. You see, they run out of charge. I've got 40% more than them. So they're going to get bigger. Huge, huge super clipping. We have actually managed to recharge 3/4 of battery, but look at this. Look, they've got no battery. Look at this.
DRS now enabled.
Look at this.
DRS enabled.
Crazy. And for some reason, the game seems to be capping out at top speed as well. Let him go. Oh, Flash hit him. I've still got more power now, thanks to super clipping. Madness. Then we're going to super clip. Let Max go again. Oh, no, he's not going to go. Let Leclerc go as well.
Push, push.
So mad super clipping, lost 2 positions. We're back up to 70% charge. So we can get me on this straight? Nah. Not quite. We're going to super clip again. Okay, we get Charles down this straight because he's got none. You there, buddy? Another big super clip. And I'll get the rest of them on the next straight. Now I have got more powerful super clipping in real life, because if you look, I've actually managed to hit the recharge limit. I've actually got even more powerful super clipping than in real life because of the way I've made the mod. I'm able to super clip more than they're able to. Come here, Yuki. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come see me. Come on, let's wait for the others. No, let's wait for the others. One way to wait. Let's carry on. Get on with it.
That was far too aggressive, mate. Clean passes only. We don't.
Yeah, I
want
think you might be
penalties.
alright. I think you might be alright, Mark, for once. Combat, yeah, combat! As if we did a full 360 carried on.
Okay,
Well, I think we
clear.
can still win this. So you shouldn't be able to do recharge more than 10% per 10 second. Sorry, 10% per second. I'm pretty sure I'm recharging more than that because of the way that my mod works. But I'm really hard on the brakes. I hear that's probably more than. So I'm literally doing illegal amounts of recharging.
Good job. Nice
Overtake does something when you've got no charge. What? Doesn't make any sense. I want to see how many... Oh, I was about to say, I want to see how many positions we make up on the last lap alone. And they battle behind them. I was back now. Why does overtake do something when you're on 0%? That's sus. I don't know if that's a glitch in the game or if that's just because of my mod. Anyway, however quickly the ERS discharges, that should be how quickly it's limited to recharging. So that will discharge about 10% per second. Something that region. I think it's actually 1.14 seconds for 10%.
The Mercedes drivers out in front.
Game glitch, kind of, but in the normal game you got MQH, so in the normal game it makes some sense. We get all of them? Can we get all of them? It's kind of addictive, I'm not gonna lie. It's like playing against like a really low AI or like giving yourself some crazy OP like engine advantage. It's kind of addictive in its own way. But yeah, I think we need to be wary of this for the DLC. Because if they, they'll train the AI to be quick, but if they don't train the AI or come up with some sort of super clipping tactic, if we're able to do this, and the AI is not, well, it's going to be a pretty easy AI game, AI mod, DLC, I mean. Trust the process, chat. 2 seconds out from the leader. Trust the process. I did this before and I was wrong. Not wrong this time. Wait. Hold on. No, wait. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process, chat. Boom, shakalaka! Even Max got him. Wow, that's interesting. Well, Maximus got me. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, it's too easy. AI needs to be better at managing than that. But, like, people would call it like a video game, but I think that's going to make the video game fun. And I think that's largely true to real life. We're having to superclip a crazy amount there, but in superclipping a crazy amount, we did get to the recharge limit. What I will say is actually effectively what I was running there, we were recharging, I think, a bit too quick on the brakes. Mainly what we were doing there was we were superclipping at a higher power. So in real life, shut up, Coffee. In real life, they can... Thanks. In real life, they can do superclip at 250 kilowatts, but when they're on the brakes, they can recharge at 350 kilowatts. I think basically there, what we were doing is we were superclipping at 350, not 250. I think that was the main advantage we had over real life in the end with this mod, because it was very extreme the amount we were superclipping there. But it meant even at Monza we were able to hit the recharge limit, which was very surprising. Didn't expect that. I thought we'd need like to the extent that it's just not worth it level of super clipping, really. But you can see why they super clip in real life, though. I said it throughout the video, but you can see why they super clip in real life. It's absolutely clear because, you know, although you're hella slow at that point, you lose 1-2 seconds to your rivals. You gain it back and more. My fast lap was actually 8/10 quicker than the AI, but of course I never really went for an all-out lap, did I? Was kind of messing about the whole time. But literally giving up 2 positions at times. I would like to see the drivers have more control in real life like that. See more variety. See some drivers decide to go for it. Another driver comes from a second back and flies past. I think people probably hate it more. They call it even more artificial, even though it'd be more up to the driver. People don't seem to like tactical racing. I personally do. Let's see what EA do. Let's see what EA do. I think it could be super interesting because super clipping is gonna make a massive difference in 2026. So I guess only time will tell. But there you go, guys. I think we'll be running this mod again because that was good fun, and we'll see what we do with it in the future. Catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Right, that's it. Closing speed. Yeah, of course, in real life, you've got the closing speeds, which is why I think actually the algorithm stuff, although I don't like it, in real life kind of makes sense, because at least it puts them all largely in the same ballpark. Because the reason Ollie Bearman crashed was partly because Colin Pinto came over on him, but he was using the boost button. He was using the overtake boost button. That's what created that 45 km/h difference. If he didn't press that button, the override button, he would only had about 20k difference. So, yeah. That is Ben's tyre, yeah. Yeah, can confirm. Can confirm. Right, anyway, I'm going to head off, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I think it was really good fun at the end. I am actually glad, although it was a bit tedious to do on stream, I do apologise. I'm actually really glad we did do that tweaking that we did, because that made it really fun. I think before it wasn't quite right, but with the tweaking we did, that was proper. That was proper. That was like pretty representative and good fun and lots of yo-yoing, and I'm happy. I enjoyed it a lot. Hope you guys did too, and I will catch you tomorrow for VSE Ranked. The race starts at 1 PM UK time, guys. Look forward to that. We'll be back on the default game. In fact, I'll verify my files now. Back on the default game tomorrow. Yeah, and we'll hopefully see if we can maybe get a win. I don't know. We arguably should have won last week. We didn't manage it. Thanks to a disconnect. So hopefully we have a bit more luck tomorrow and we can go from there. Catch you then, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.